What's up, man? Back in the day, I was gonna make this. I wasn't gonna make this video, but I'm gonna explain something to y'all, man. This is 2025, and today's kids will never survive in my decade, which is the early 80s. I mean, early 1980s. See, kids now won't survive back then when I was growing up back then. I don't know how the hell I made it to the 80s. I don't know how to survive the 80s. I've been around before the crack epidemic. I've been around before the crack epidemic happens. That's how I'm showing my age now. I'm showing my age. I'm about to turn 40 in July. This July. I'm about to turn 40. So I've been around that damn long. Before the crack epidemic happens. That's how long I've been around. Today's kids will never survive the 80s. Back then, the 80s were brutal. The 80s was fucking brutal. Brutal. Today's kids ain't gonna survive it, man. It was brutal back then. Back then, it wasn't no Social Security back then. It was welfare, Social Security, uh, barely food stamps. That was it. Section 8 housing came in 1988 and 1989. That's when they started um Section 8 housing. A lot of y'all don't know that. So in the early 80s, today's kids who talk shit, in the 80s you get fucked up real quickly. You get stabbed in the heart or you gonna get shot. I mean, you talk shit in front of people's face, you get shot right in your face. 80s was rough. I mean, rough back then. Kids ain't gonna survive back then. It was really, really, really rough back then. Really rough back then. I don't know how the hell I survived it. But yeah, man, that's all I want to say, man. So, 40, almost 40 years now. 40 years I've been around. So that that shows you how. And I've been around before. I've been around before tech. Let me say this. I've been around before technology. I'm about to show my age, y'all. I've been around before cell phones. I've been around before the internet. I've been around before what is cable TV. Lord have mercy. I've been around before all that. But then we had the pagers. We had the pagers because back in my day, cell phone did not exist back then. Internet did not exist back then in a decade ago. Um, internet did not exist in the early 80s. Did not. Satellite TV did not exist back then. We had the only phone we had, it's called Bell. Look at the word Bell. It was a phone company called Bell. But back then we had ley lines back then. A lot of y'all don't know that. We had ley lines back then. And back in my day, technology wasn't highly advanced back then. Sorry, because it wasn't on technology back then. We had no computers, barely any computers back then. Because the computers, this how building computers, and I say 85, 86, but now, the early 80s persisted. A lot of people don't understand because probably I was born in my back while I was growing up back then. So that's what I talk about. Um, I, I think I want to be in the house. They say, for your turn, this life, we all having problems.